Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel and the African Diaspora News Insider. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So just recently, a judge in New York City has thrown out a case. Actually, it's a guilty plea by that of Jason Serrano. Now, Jason in 2019, March of 2019, was pulled over with his female driver. So he was the passenger. They were pulled over by NYPD police officers. Now, the officer said, oh, their tail light was out, but Jason and the driver rather said, well, there's no way he could have saw that because he was going the opposite direction. So once they were pulled over, the officer, was saying, I smell weed. And Jason, who was the passenger, says, listen, I just had surgery. I was stabbed 2 weeks ago. And so it's hard for me to move around and stuff. But they didn't care. They put him on the ground anyway. And they ended up having to call an ambulance for him. But while they were waiting for the ambulance to show up, Kyle Erickson, one of the officers, he decided to go search the car. And this is what happened before he searched the car. Check this out.
No further. So 207 Broad Street.
Searching us.
Yeah, we gotta find something.
Actually, I'll let you check. Yeah. Where's that flashlight? I'll stay with him.
So as you heard, he says, oh, we got to find something. So he goes to the car. Now, once he gets to the car, now the body cam rather is about 25 minutes long. So it was rather long. But the one thing is the officer thought the body cam was off. And so once he got to the car, watch very closely. This happened.
It's a little bit of weed.
So as you saw there, he dropped some weed into the cup holder and says, basically I found weed or something to that effect. And so, he goes and tells the other officers that he found weed. And so basically Jason pled to something he didn't do. So he pled to a drug possession and resisting arrest because they said, oh, he just started, wigging out. That was the word they used. He started wigging out, which he did not. He just basically told him, please, I just had surgery and all of that. So anyway, he did plead to that. And he pled because he did not want to go to the notorious Rikers Island, right? We all heard about Rikers Island and the horrors that go on there. And so he just took the plea deal. Now, a judge in 2021, they actually were able to look at the body cam because, again, the officer thought that it was off. And the prosecutors was like, oh, okay. And so the judge said the following. However, this court finds the body cam worn footage taken with the officer's disciplinary files demonstrate that the defendant may have been searched and seized in violation of his constitutional rights. Accordingly, the defendant's motion to vacate his conviction pursuant to CPL, and there's like a penal code, is granted. So basically, she said under the other circumstances, I wouldn't be able to vacate your charges, just kind of have to stick type of thing. But because it was so egregious, she was able to do that. She made an exception rather. Now, it should also be said, another officer by the name of Elmer Pastran, he also was complicit with the other officer in setting Jason up. Now, before Jason's case, they actually set up another brother set the brother up, planted, weed on him as well. And he did do, I think it was 2 months or 2 weeks in jail. And so during that case, the brother said, well, they set me up, and just so happens the body cam was not working from what Kyle said. Oh, it malfunctioned, but it didn't really malfunction. He actually turned it off. And so with Jason's case, they're like, okay, you have a history, you and your homie, y'all have a history of doing this to people. And so it doesn't say if the officers were disciplined or anything like that, but when they searched the database for the officers, they did not find Kyle Erickson's name. So people are assuming maybe he got fired or something like that. But I am glad that Jason was able to be vindicated for something he didn't do. But the sad part is there's countless amount of brothers who will never be vindicated due to the horrors that police officers all around the nation do to them. They just got caught. But what about the officers that don't get caught? So anyway, y'all, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system, because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.